Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is quite unplanned because I just had this burst of motivation to just press the button and start speaking to you guys. Well, I've been reflecting on a lot lately based on my 2025 goals, what I want to accomplish, what do I think I need to accomplish, and everything. Thought to myself, why not take you guys down the process and the journey and give you some tips? Let's dive into it. Number one are my focus areas. Every single time you start setting your goals, you need to have focus areas. Whether let it be financial, let it be personal, let it be health, lifestyle, career, everything. Just have areas that you want to focus on in a specific year. Well, I had 4 focus areas that I wanted to accomplish this year. Well, that has to be faith, lifestyle and health, academics, as well as overall self-development. The reason why I chose these 4 main areas, I thought to myself that it's something I have been dodging for a very long time. Well, most of the time we love to say that, no, I got my life together, but that there's some areas that you're not focusing on or areas that you're dodging. So I decided to use 2025 as a revenge year. I'm revenging. Faith is one of the most and the highlighted goals for me. Faith is just about trying to be more deeper connected to God. I don't want to tell people that I believe in Him. I want it to be seen in my actions. Sometimes we love to claim that we know Him, but our actions say another thing. We need to remember that as Christians, we are sometimes the only Bible that people get to read on a daily basis. Some people hate God because of the way we interpreted Him to them. So when it comes to faith, I just want to be more like Jesus. I just want to have a Christ-like heart and a Christ-like mindset. Number 2 has to be academics. I am going to grade 10. And if you're in South Africa, you know that in grade 10, you're choosing new subjects. I'm doing subjects that I have no clue about. Yes, I got the basic foundation on previous grades, but I do not really know what's going to happen within it. So I want to grow stronger and more firmer when it comes to studying and taking my academics more serious. While this is not the most serious year, it is serious for me because it is the foundation of these subjects. This is where I get to know if I'm really going to stick with them or I'm just going to go a flight by night. But trust me, I do not want to change. So that's why it has been my second priority for this year to push as hard as I can and to stay as serious as I can. But my aim is to reach high, just pass properly, see them good distinctions and perform better than I did last year. Number 3 has to be lifestyle and health. Well, when I'm talking about health, guys, I'm talking about my eyes, I'm talking about my hair, I'm talking about my teeth, I'm talking about my skin, I'm talking about my toes, my nails, I'm talking about everything. Well, that must be like the best part about health, taking care of whatever's outside. You also have to take care of what's inside, your gut. I want to try clean eating and see how it goes for me. I want to try drinking plenty of water because I drink water, I don't know after how many days. Yeah. Reaching a minimum of 10,000 steps at least 4 times in a week because I don't walk every day, but I need to walk. I have low stamina. I breathe so quickly when I run for a short distance and I just cannot perform well. So I need to practice, tough things, move my body more often and not just move it by exercising, but also increasing my energy levels. Exercising is also going to improve my mood and my focus in school. So prioritize it. Last but not least, the overall that takes the cup is self-development. While my life may evolve around health, academics, and everything, you need to develop yourself every single day. When I mentioned that I want to do better in my academics than I did last year, I meant it. You are the only competition. You are in competition with who you were yesterday, not with other people. I think that's one of the most toughest lessons I've learned so far, to say that you're not in competition with anyone, but rather yourself. When you learn to take competition of yourself, you are going to perform better and you are going to do greater than you did. Self-development is the primary foundation to making you be better as a person. When I'm talking about self-development, I'm talking about hobbies, I'm talking about my mindset, I'm talking about reading more books, I'm talking about growth and everything. I'm talking about things that excite me and gives me opportunity to learn and cultivate new relationships with people, socializing, networking with different and like-minded people. That's self-development. Also, being in addition to self-development has to be self-love. I want to start doing better acts of self-love to myself. I want to start buying myself flowers. I want to start taking myself on solo dates. I want to start treating myself like my own partner. Well, I guess that the one thing that I think most of us has lost is knowing and loving ourselves. We tend to say and mistake knowing ourselves for knowing ourselves. Sometimes you're gonna say, I know myself, but you don't. I love myself, but you don't. You love yourself based on your looks. You love yourself that you look beautiful right now. You love yourself that you have an hourglass body. You love yourself that you always wake up every single morning feeling energized. You love yourself because you're bubbly. You love yourself because you're able to deal and manage stress well. That's good. But are you gonna love yourself when all of that is taken away from you? Do not lay the foundation of your love on the things that can be taken away within a blink of an eye. Lay the foundation of your love within every single aspect of yourself. Whether let it be good, whether let it be bad, you need to love yourself more and more every single day. And I think that one of the things that make me feel lost is not loving myself and not knowing myself properly. Letting other people define me and define my worth has made me lost. It made me lose myself. It made me not even know who I am because I depended my definition on things that were able to be taken away from me in a nip of an eye. But I've learned that I need to love myself when I have eczema. I need to love myself when I don't even feel like waking up. I need to love myself when I can't study. I need to love myself when I didn't perform the way I wanted to. Because I need to love myself like I'm the only person, because I am. This is the person that I'm going to carry every single day of my life, from birth till death. People will not know you for a lifetime, but the only person that will is you. So you need to love yourself. Don't care what other people have to say about you. Don't care what other people think or whatever they do. Live life for yourself. The thing about self-love is that you learn how to give out positivity to other people. You cannot come and tell me that you love me if you do not love yourself. How can I trust you if you cannot even trust yourself? People who do not trust themselves will also lead you to not trusting yourself. I'm not implementing a fear within you, but I'm just trying to show you that it is time for you to call to change and time for you to start loving yourself more and more. So these are the most important pillars for this year. That's what I'm going to focus on. And under each category, I wrote what I want to achieve. And I made it specific. Now, how am I going to stay consistent? Well, this is where mostly the tips and the tricks are. First and foremost, discipline. I will keep on preaching about discipline till the day I leave this earth. Discipline beats talent all the time. If you are dedicated and determined to reaching your goal, you will let the fear of holding you back not even win. Yes, there are going to be times where there are setbacks, challenges, and obstacles, and everything's going to try to come through your way. But when you're determined to reach that goal, when you say, I want it, if you want it bad enough and treat it like you need it, like your life depends on it, you will most certainly win it. So discipline has to be one of the things that I'm going to try to cultivate within my self-development journey. When I talk about discipline, guys, I do not talk about showing up as 100% every single day. There are going to be days where you're going to give out a 50%. There are going to be days where you give out a 20%. There are going to be days that you give out a 10%. But the most important thing is that you show up. Number 2 has to be journaling. I love to write down the way I feel or what's just going on in my head. Like brain dumping into a paper makes me feel at ease. I prefer journaling in the morning and before I sleep. Well, I'm gonna try to limit screen time before bed and replace it with reading and writing. Studies have shown that writing or reading before bed, just keeping your mind active without using a screen, is one of the best techniques to get you a peaceful sleep. While that may not work the same night you try it, but as time goes by, you're gonna see change in your sleep pattern and your sleep quality and how you feel in the morning, and your stress levels will actually decrease. So journaling has been one of the therapeutic things I've ever done in my life, and it's the best decision. I'm not turning back. Another one, affirmations. While it may seem crazy, people do not love affirmations and find me weird when I say I talk to myself every day and affirm things. It works. Not in a way of saying that things come to reality. Yes, your tongue has power to bring things true, but affirmations are not just about bringing things true, but rather cultivating a better mood for yourself. Guys, I need to stop using the word cultivating a lot. I need to find an alternative. Affirmations help you and strengthen you and boost your mood. Like every single morning, I wake up and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you know what? My mom is an artist. My mom showed off her talent. I love myself. I love my skin. I love the way I feel. I show love to myself because my love language has to be words of affirmations. So I need to give that back to myself. By using affirmations, you are learning to always validate yourself. And every time you receive a compliment, you will like it, but you will say, I give it to myself every single day, so I believe it's true. When you get a critique, you'll be like, you know what? That daunting energy of yours, I don't want it. Because I know who I am, I love who I am, and I love who I'm becoming. Accountability. I love talking about accountability because I hate people that have imposter syndrome or a victim mindset. Not in general, I hate them, but I dislike that. I do not hate the person, but I dislike the behavior. People do not love to take accountability because it feels like a responsibility and it guilt trips you. I used to hate accountability because I used to feel so guilty. Like I used to feel guilty for everything I did. I'm guilty. And I learned that accountability is not just about making myself feel guilty for what has happened to me or what I did, but rather is about having empathy to myself and learning not to repeat the same mistake again. When you learn to take accountability of actions, you learn to empathize with yourself. And then after you empathize, you're like, don't ever do that again. Just like a child. If a child does a mistake, you reprimand them and show them that what you did is wrong. That's giving them accountability and showing them the responsibility of their actions. I tell you, what you did is wrong. How do you feel about your actions? They tell you, and then they start crying, obviously. And then you empathize with them. You hug them and tell them that, I'm sorry for speaking like this, or don't ever do that again, okay? I love you, stuff like that. You start rubbing them. Do that to yourself. When you empathize with yourself, you not only avoid feeling guilty, but you also give yourself the comfort in not doing that action again. Do not be harsh on yourself, but sure do take responsibility of your actions. There is always a role we play in our own suffering. While pain is universal, suffering is personal. You need to take a look at the role that you play in whatever that you're going through. That way you're gonna learn to grow as a person, and you're gonna learn to depend on yourself and not rather blame everyone for everything they've done to you. Because yes, for sure, people did that to you, but they don't care. They don't care. Step into that reality. People don't care. They may show like they care, but it doesn't affect them at the end of the day. If it was them, it would have been something else. But they don't care because it doesn't affect the pattern of their lives. So you need to start asking yourself, what am I going to do about this? Because the person doesn't want to apologize. The person doesn't show empathy or sympathy or anything. What am I going to do about it? Another strategy has to be planning. While it may seem tiring and seem like a chore, planning saves you a lot of time all throughout the week or the month. I use apps like Notion or the Me Plus app. Those two are lifesaver. I also use my calendar on my phone to plan out, event dates or anything scheduled with anyone at a specific time. I use Notion to plan around everything. Guys, Notion is a lifesaver. go download Notion right now. Because what do you mean that I get to plan everything in an aesthetic way? I get to plan my notes, I get to plan my Bible study, my whole life. You see, if someone deletes my Notion account, I'm dead. Rather bury me, because I planned out every single thing in that app. You go download it and you'll see for yourself. The Me Plus app, I also think it's available in every phone. I'm not quite sure, but Notion, I don't think it is. But the Me Plus app, beautiful. I love that app. It has the gym routines, exercises, tips, tricks, and whatever for productivity, pledges, yeah, you name it. It's there in the Me Plus app. And I love how cute it looks, and I just love aesthetic things, cute things. They call my name. While all of that seems fascinating and great to do, practice these in baby steps. It's not gonna happen overnight. Don't try to implement every single thing into 1 week or 1 day. Take it one step at a time. A child has to start crawling, and before they even start walking, they waddle. So that's what you're gonna do with yourself. Treat yourself kindly, be gentle to yourself. Do not pressurize yourself to implement all of these goals or routines or tricks and tips into 1 day, because it does not happen overnight. Success takes time. What you need to build is patience and consistency. Try picking out 2 pillars. Maybe let's say academic and lifestyle and health. You start there, and as time goes by, you build more and more and more. Do not want to set yourself 50 goals and expect yourself to achieve all of them. One of the reasons why I didn't achieve everything in 2024 is because I implemented a lot of things. While yes, I have achieved some of them I didn't, because I realized that I'm not being realistic. When I talk about being realistic, I'm talking about being real to yourself. Don't try to be like, I'm starting now to cultivate I'm starting now to build personal development, and I expect myself to already know everything about it. It doesn't happen like that. Waddle, crawl, waddle, use things to walk around, and then you take the first step. But in the midst of every single confusion, be kind to yourself, and remember to pray for your goals and your visions and your mission on this earth. Pray over it, because nothing beats the power of prayer. But you know what, guys? Hope you loved it as much as I love you. Bye. Don't worry, we're gonna share more tips for 2025. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and open that notification, because you know the drill. Bye.